Hey guys, I am coming at you with another Facts of the Day video. This is a Facts of the Day, but it's more of a Myths of the Day because it's more of myths that are busted, busted. They're not true. Okay, some of you may have thought were true, but have been busted and are not actually true. So prepare to be told the truth. Okay, the first myth. Uh, Roosters only crow at dawn. And how this may have started, roosters usually do begin their day with a cock-a-doodle-doo, uh, because morning is a relatively quiet time of the day when crowing often wakes people. The noise is very noticeable, and over time folks may have assumed that the rooster only crows at sunrise. Roosters, or male chickens, actually crow many times a day for several different reasons. The loudmouth bird might unleash a hearty cry to communicate with its flock of hens, or scare off rival roosters, or warn of predators such as foxes, and a rooster is ready to sound off day or night. Crowing this much just might ruffle some feathers. That was just a joke. I didn't actually, think of that. So, yeah. Okay, myth 2. Mice love cheese, and only cheese. How it may have started. This myth might stem from the expressions such as quiet as a mouse and cheese, which coined about 300 years ago. The saying meant that a person was making soft, muffled sounds. But eventually, the expression was shortened to the more familiar saying "quiet as a mouse." But the idea that a mouse craves cheese stuck. So, yeah, that's where they're assuming it came from. Um, why it's not true. In reality, mice will eat mostly anything they can get their paws on: chocolate, peanut butter, seeds, fruit, uh, and cheese. But no studies have found that the rodents prefer cheese above all other foods. In fact, pest control experts typically use other grubs, such as gumdrops, not cheese, to entice mice into traps. So, yeah, more. If you are trying to get rid of a mouse or mice, um, professionals use gumdrops, so don't use cheese. Use gumdrops. The third myth is that tomatoes get rid of skunk smell. Now, this is a very, very well-known myth. Um, so is the last one, but this one is like very, very well known. Like people actually it's very well known. Like I'm talking very well known. But let's see how it got started. But the origin of this myth is uh, not discovered yet, but it's easy to see why it caught on. See, tomatoes do seem to get rid of uh, skunk stink. So far, years people have used everything from tomato juice to ketchup to try to eliminate this stench. Um, but why it's not true is that when you're bombarded with smelly skunk spray, the odor receptors in your nose get used to the stink and soon can barely detect it. This is called olfactory fatigue. The nose stops smelling skunk spray, scientist William Wood said. Uh, and if tomatoes are present, ugh, can't talk, you might smell those instead. But if you give your nose a break and then return to the scene of the stink, you'll be able to smell skunk instead of tomatoes. So what does get rid of skunk smell? A special mix of hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, and liquid dish soap. So, if I'm not mistaken, hydrogen peroxide is the stuff that gets rid of bacteria when you get a cut or something. And baking soda, everybody knows what baking soda is. Arm & Hammer baking soda, you can get that. And hydrogen peroxide and liquid dish soap, Dawn. It's easy to get. So just mix those together and make a bath out of it and just bathe in it. And you'll definitely get rid of skunk smell. So, yeah. There you go. Myth 4. Not many people know about this. I, as a matter of fact, don't know about it. So yeah. Earwigs crawl into ears. How it may have started. More than 1,000 years ago, in parts of Europe, people held the superstition that earwigs, brownish insects less than an inch long, had a habit of skittering into a person's ear and boring into the brain to lay eggs. The belief endures today, so people still keep believing that it does that. Why it's not true though is earwigs lay their eggs in cold, dark places, such as soil, but not in human brains. So they have no reason to burrow into your ear. In fact, it's unlikely that any bug will crawl into your ear. Earwigs can give you a little pinch though. Pincers on their hind end are used to fend off enemies and capture prey. So, they'll try to use self-defense if they do see you, which is unlikely because I've never been bit by one of these things. Their pinchers never pinched me anymore. So, it might feel like a bee sting, probably. So, yeah. Myth 5. Now, this is a very common one. Like, my teachers have told me this one, and I am surprised that it is not true. Like, I was really surprised. So, like, I thought it was true. Teachers maybe believe it was true, so they've been lying to me this whole time. So, I feel kind of disrespected and stuff. It is believed to zigzag to escape a crocodile. How it may have started, no one really knows where this old wildlife tip came from, but it could have been concocted because crocs have long bodies and short legs that don't seem well suited for making repeated sharp turns while running. Which, why would it do that? It could just run straight and catch up to you. So that's why it probably doesn't, like, it's not true. But let's actually find out from the professional. It's not me. I'm not a professional. I'm retarded. Okay. Why it's not true? Crocodiles don't usually chase prey over land. Instead, they prefer to hide in the water and then spring forward, snapping their jaws around their target. If you do somehow find yourself on land with a croc in hot pursuit, experts suggest running in a straight line, which allows you to move faster and cover more ground. Now that's advice that won't come back to bite you. So, yeah. Alright, so those are 5 myths that you may have thought were real. So, yeah. And next episode, I will bring you 7 cool facts about manta rays. And that's next facts of the episode. And manta rays are like stingers. So there you go. See you next time on my next video. No! Let me end this game. Okay. Okay, one more time. One last time. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna end it.